Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 80s Flophouse Podcast. My name's Richie. I'm here with the Flophouse crew, Dusty, Tony, Ryan, and Jimmy. Good evening, gents. Tonight, I'm hungry, and thankfully, we're going to be talking about our favorite restaurants from the 80s. So hope you all brought your appetites and are ready to tip the waitress, or maybe you could just tip Jimmy. But how are we doing tonight, boys?
Good.
Excellent.
Good.
Excellent, Richie.
Hey, guess where I ate?
One of our California favorites, Ryan.
Yeah.
Five Guys.
Oh, Jimmy, look at my hat.
Oh, In and Out.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yep. They gave it to me for free. I didn't even have to buy it.
It's beautiful.
That's pretty awesome.
They're generous like that.
Yeah, they are.
Did
You're a
they give
star
you
on our
crayons with that
podcast.
also, buddy?
No. No.
Did you get the coloring mat?
You get the
No.
coloring
Do you get
mat?
the lap mats when you go there, Ryan? Out of curiosity.
No. The
No.
what mats? Wait.
You know, they offer you a lap mat. You know, the paper lap mats.
What? No. I didn't know that. I'd totally be all over that.
Yeah, actually, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. That'd be cool.
So the
Yeah.
juice doesn't drip all over you.
Yeah.
Ryan said,
Gotta give me some.
I don't like to talk about my celebrity, but I do a podcast. Is there anything you do special? And they gave him that little hat.
Hey, did you see?
On us.
Did you see that they have an 80s Flophouse special?
No, I did not
You
see
didn't
that.
see that?
No.
Huh. You have to look back on our social media. I ordered it one time.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's probably the hidden menu. They don't have it up there where I can see it.
Yeah, it is on the hidden menu.
It's like with next to it.
A lady asked, "What are you
Amazon
having?" And
app.
I said, "I'll take the 80s Flophouse podcast."
Oh, I
special."
remember that. Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, sure. Would you like that with
Yeah.
extra Thousand Island or something like that?" Or
That's
like, "Oh,
right.
sure."
Nice.
I remember that. I gotta do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in the
I'm surprised they didn't recognize you. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I know. I should have wore sunglasses. But I'm in San Francisco right now, and you know what? I just have to say this. I've been here like 7 or so times, and I think it's officially my favorite city.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
nice, right?
I love it so much. I see something new all the time. Every time I'm here, and I'm staying at the Fisherman's Wharf.
Love
And
the
I'm
wharf.
just like, I'm just like right in the middle of it all. And then I went and went to the Golden Gate, and
Yeah,
I went and walked on the park along the water, and man, it's so awesome. City,
You know what's cool about the wharf, Ryan? When you go out there, and you know the sea lions that are there,
yeah.
they're tame. You can go right up and sit on them. You can't.
Oh, my leg,
You can.
Richie. I know
I've
you.
done it.
No, you haven't. You just want to get a story out of me. That's all you're trying to get.
How'd you lose your leg,
Podcast
Ryan?
more exciting.
yeah.
Richie told me that they're nice.
You can ride them.
No, I won't go for that, Richie. But I had
Last-
some crab. I had some Dungeness crab is in season. Oh man, I had some last night. So good.
Yum.
It was really good. And yeah, the restaurants are so good out here. Crazy good. Yeah. But anyway, enjoying it.
It is. It's
Thought I'd
nice.
see Tony out here, but he never came. I know it's only
Yeah,
8 hours.
last night I get a FaceTime and I'm like, "Oh, it's
I was
Ryan."
looking for him.
Yeah, and I'm like, pick it up, and there's Ryan. Hey, what's up, buddy? He's got the Golden Gate Bridge behind him. It's like, where are you? I'm like, oh man, darn it!
Well, Tony, I'm in
Couldn't-
California. So
Couldn't
then,
make it out. Couldn't make it out there to San Francisco. It's a little trafficy today.
You don't realize how far away Northern California and Southern California are. Because you just think California, Tony's everywhere in California, so I'm sure he'll be here,
Yeah.
but he never showed
See you
up.
tomorrow.
Yeah. I FaceTime my family, every single one of them from the Golden Gate Bridge, but because it was such a beautiful sunset. But the thing was, it was never timed. So I'd go and show them, I'd FaceTime the Golden Gate Bridge, one of my kids, and then I'd try to call someone on the internet and call back. So I'd head back to my car, and then they finally FaceTime. So I'd go back to the Golden Gate Bridge, then I go back to my car, and then someone else would. So it's a struggle having 5 kids, because then you have to go back 5 different times to show them the sunset.
I probably
Anyway.
would answer the call, but that's just
Jimmy,
me.
Jimmy,
Yeah, no.
you guys were all on the list, but there was just this little lull, and anyway, I had and then the sun went down, it got dark before I could call you guys. So Next time, you guys will be first on the list. You know what's sad though? My kids on the text message started seeing the timestamps when I FaceTime them to see who was most important. They're like, "Oh, he did me at 3:45. He did me at 3:50," and they were there. Well, I was like, "Guys, stop! It's not about who I FaceTime first." And
Can
Tony's
you
wondering
just
where
record a
Tony's-
video and
Yeah, I
send
could
to all
have
of
done
them?
it. I could have. That's a good idea.
No, I'm laughing because Ryan called me before he called his own family.
Tony's wondering, like, where did I fall in on the list?
No, I thought it kind of odd when you started talking up. I'm like, geez, he called me before his own family. What is that? Sorry,
Yeah.
kids.
What's
He's
that
known you
brand?
longer.
Yeah.
It's a lot longer. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even going there. I don't know who I FaceTime first, but yeah. So kids,
I know who you didn't.
Stick with me, Ryan.
No, you didn't, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy, if you were in California, I would have called you to get you up there. But you're way, way away in North Carolina. Anyway,
As you're wearing a Carolina sweatshirt.
that's right.
Well, I'm looking forward to hanging out with Dusty on Friday.
Oh,
Wow. What's going on? You guys having that sleepover at
oh,
Ty's?
sleepover at Ty's.
Yeah.
Dang.
Hey, you guys are so lucky.
Ty's getting a surprise too. I text Rich and go, should I bring my drum set? So we're
We're
packing
gonna
that
tear
up
it
in the
up.
car and taking that over too.
Rich
Oh.
said you can bring it if you bring the panda outfit.
Yeah. He's going to be a drumming panda Friday night.
That's awesome, man. His wife's got to be out of town. There's no way she's going to put up with your guys' shenanigans Friday
Yeah.
night.
Is she?
I don't
She's
know.
there.
She's there. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No, you guys, none of that.
Yeah. What? I dropped something. Yeah. So it's going to be a good Friday hanging out with the boys and nice 3-day weekend. So I'm still.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Dang, I'm jealous. I wish I was there.
Yeah, me too.
We've never played quarters off granite countertops. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys will figure it out.
Yeah.
You guys got the knack for that.
Nobody had granite countertops. We all had laminate back in the day.
That's right. That's right.
What was the name of the? Oh, I asked the question and it's part of the game. What's the name of the game?
Thumper?
Oh,
That's right.
Thumper.
How do you
Oh.
play?
We're
Is
gonna
it-
play with Thumper. We're gonna video record all of this. So
Please. Please
we
do.
can bring it back.
Love it.
Share.
We could show all of our viewers that we're still very immature.
And then film it 10 minutes later when you're all asleep.
Right. Yeah. 10:30.
Totally.
They know that.
Well, nice. You want to jump into it tonight? This week's episode is sponsored by KMP.net. Is your house overrun with pets and filth? Are you spending your hard-earned pay on dog food, bird seed, or hamster pellets? No problem. KMP.net is your go-to partner for eliminating those pet burdens. Kill My Pet is licensed and bonded in all 50 states and the leading pet euthanization firm in America. We can handle pets of any size, whether it's Mr. Fluffy's in the den or old Mr. Ed out in the pasture. Do you need it to look like an accident? Done. Do you need them gone by kickoff on Sunday? Easy. Visit KMP.net on the web and contact one of our friendly, motivated techs. Enjoy pet-free living with no guilt or worries. Thank you, KMP.net.
Copyright 2023. This ad is a parody. We love pets. As soon as this channel is monetized, we'll be donating to our local shelters.
Ryan, I'll hand it over to you and we can start talking
Yeah,
about restaurants.
let's do it. Let's talk about 80s restaurant favorites. Yeah, what are some of our favorite restaurants from the 80s? Now, they could exist nowadays. I don't know. A lot of them are probably still in business. So, yeah, have at it. What is it? What are some of your favorites, guys? Richie?
Well, let me go first then.
Yeah, because I called you.
I loved Shakey's Pizza when I was growing up, and it was the coolest because they had like a little railing that you could, after you order, you could walk up on the railing and you could check out them like spinning the dough and stuff as a little kid.
Wow.
That was just amazing. And then I remember they'd play like silent movies on like the opposite wall in the dining room. It was
Yeah.
just cool. It was just a cool
Yeah.
vibe. And
It transferred you back to Italy, right? Felt like you're just in
Very
Sicily or something.
authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Don't
a-
they have like the round hats, like the straw hats and the
Yeah.
red and white? Like
I
I
don't
don't
remember.
know. I have a memory of that. I don't know if it's true or not, but
Very well could be.
yeah, maybe not.
That's what I remember of there too, though, was the I don't remember silent films. I want to say it was like the Little Rascals and stuff like that.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Like black
California.
and white stuff.
Yeah.
Three Stooges.
Yep.
And we thought it was fancy because it had that little salad bar,
Yeah.
like
Ah,
while you're waiting for your pizza. We're like,
yeah, that's
"Ooh,
good
ooh la
kind.
la, fancy."
That's
Totally.
like Godfather's had that too. Yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
It's good stuff.
It's a good one.
So back in the late 80s, I worked at Golden Corral.
Oh, there you go.
Well, you know how it is now. It's,
Yeah,
booger-filled chocolate fountain and just, it's gross food.
uh,
But when I worked there, like in '89, we had to wear like a white shirt with a black tie, and the people would go through the line, order their steak and baked potato, and they'd go get a seat, and I'd bring over their drinks, and we had the huge salad bar. That was it.
wow,
So it was like kind of a nice restaurant.
yeah,
And I went there like 20 years later, and I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Just
it's like Waffle House.
fat people everywhere, just
Oh,
hoovering food, and it was disgusting display.
really?
I haven't been back.
Dang. See, I
Do they
have
like
good-
sell stuff there too? Like, do they have do they sell like random things like?
That's Cracker
store.
Barrel.
It's Cracker Barrel.
Oh, that's Cracker
Oh,
Barrel.
yeah, Cracker Barrel,
never mind.
yeah.
I've been to either.
You
You're
should be
missing
proud
out.
of yourself.
You know, Sizzler kind of reminded me of a upscale Golden Corral.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You know, you go up front, you see the menu and you pay for your food, and then they have the big salad bar, same kind of thing. And I always felt fancy when I was a kid. My parents were like, going to Sizzler tonight. I'd be like, ooh, this is awesome. I get to have
Yeah.
a steak and I'm fancy.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Especially that one in Bullhead. That was like the high end restaurant that we had growing up.
Oh, heck yeah.
That must be why I was never there. I don't even remember having a Sizzler in Bullhead. Pizza Hut was nice too back then. They had salad bar and the pizza and the red pitchers and the red cleared glasses. Oh man, checkered tablecloths, jukebox. Huh?
Dude, jukebox
Yeah.
was standard for the 80s. Yeah. How about the old, remember the booths that had like they would have the red speckled like
Yeah.
diamond tuck
Like you'd have on your
leather.
banana seats on your bike.
yeah,
the same
yeah,
material?
exactly. But it was on the like this booths,
Yeah.
the
Totally
Yeah, that
remember
was-
that.
yeah, that's good. That's good
Yeah.
stuff. But back in Cali, we had like before I came out to Arizona, we had these a few of the little fast food eateries that were really popular that I can remember as a kid. One of them was called Pup and Taco, and I don't know if you guys ever had an opportunity to eat at Pup and Taco, but imagine like a cross between Del Taco and Taco Bell. They had the red burritos, but yet they still had the burger. So it was actually really good. I really enjoyed it. And then they had another place called Noggles, and Noggles was kind of like the again, it kind of like a Del Taco, like one of their
Yeah.
competitors.
I had to have eaten at Noggles. I do remember that. I just can't recall where. Like, did they
they
have
ha-
any in Arizona or?
They might have, Rich. I know in California, like the one I used to eat of was in Costa Mesa, and I would get the red burrito, and it was similar to the Taco Bell, except for it was whole. It was pinto beans. It was real pinto beans, and then it had onion and cheese and their red sauce was really good. It was awesome, man. Little Pup and Taco action. And then Noggles was very along the same lines. And then you guys remember? Did you guys ever go to Hot Dog on a Stick?
Yeah, in the malls. Yeah.
Yeah, the malls,
Yeah.
the hot dog on a
Yeah.
stick.
The ladies
I
had those big old multicolored hats. Yeah.
The lemonade was awesome there.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
loved the lemonade there.
Dang, that's it. Yeah, and Orange Julius.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
Best.
Dude.
When they put a raw egg in it, they don't do it anymore.
Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah.
No, I remember that. They did. You could
Yeah.
you could get it with the option of the raw egg.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Dang, man, you're making me hungry, right?
I know. I
Should have
know.
been. You know what? This should have been open. This should have been a open bag podcast tonight.
Yeah, I
We
know.
could have just
just eat
ate
while we
and talk.
Oh,
Food on
I'm
our
gonna go
mouth.
Uber Eats right after. I know I ate In and Out, but I'm gonna eat an Uber right after this. But you know what's something that just hit me full on frontal in the face the other day was
Pie.
no,
Oh.
Der Wiener Schnitzel.
Yes.
So I used to go. So that in Vegas, that was the place to go.
No pun intended.
Richie, what's so funny?
Nothing.
Okay. But Der Wiener Schnitzel is like the foot long.
Did you get the jumbo one?
Yeah, the foot long chili cheese dog. Anyway, so it's been a
I'm
long
surprised you
time
didn't get a
since I
tummy
had
ache after all that wiener.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, moving on. I went to one. They have one in Utah,
Uh-huh.
and I went there and I sat down and I got the same thing, foot long chili cheese dog. It looked identical, like it was probably the same one from the 80s. It was just like it was. And what's interesting was it tasted exactly how I remember. And not very many foods over that many years taste exactly the same. Like they didn't stray from their ingredients one iota. It was crazy. It was so yummy.
Must be your immature palate.
It was totally my immature palate kicking in. I would have picked that over any fine dining anytime. Crazy.
What about chicken nuggets?
Oh, stop it. Jimmy, stop it.
Oh, be careful with that. They just had a recall on Dino Nuggets.
Oh,
Yeah.
and Dino. Wow, we gotta unload our freezer then.
They found metal in them.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
I'm not joking. I heard it on the news when I was driving my daughter to school, and I was just laughing hysterically.
Brian, you have this
because I know
concerned
you're-
look on your face.
Well,
you're
yeah.
a fan of
I mean,
Dino Nuggets.
we have a lot. That's our food storage.
Ryan
Ryan's got
has a
an
palate of
emergency
a
bag.
10-year-old.
Just run a magnet over them right before you eat.
Yeah, there you go.
You're good.
Why-
What are you going to eat with your tater tots if you have to throw all your dino nuggets away?
Mac and cheese.
There you go.
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy town. But yeah. No, I love me a good. Anyway. So anyone else?
Me too, Ryan. Me too. Okay. All right.
I just have to be careful with you guys. So do you guys remember Bob's Big Boy?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That big old guy and on road, it's road trips is where it reminds me. Like we go to road trip, we see the big old Bob out there, and man, that got us excited.
heck yeah. We still have one in Norco, California here. And I
Really?
occasionally, just for nostalgia reasons, I'll go there. But I have a quick funny story. So I got my first whipping at a Bob's Big Boy. Yeah. So we
Why
lived in
does that
Huntington.
sound familiar? Like maybe I did too.
So we lived in Huntington Beach, and after church on Sunday, we would all go to Bob's Big Boy, and my grandparents would come, and my aunts and uncles, and my cousins, and everything. It was kind of a tradition, a big deal thing. And so I would, usually I would go home because I was too small. It was my first time to get to go. I remember it clearly, and I'm all excited and hyped up, and I got my Bob's Big Boy, like the
bib.
the thing you tie around there, and I ordered my, and I'm hyping out, me, I'm hyped a lot. So I'm hyping out. My dad just is like, settle down. Anyways, I didn't. And he took me outside and I got a whipping. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, boys. How about fakies?
Are we talking about the skateboard move or?
No. We're talking about
No,
knockoffs. Fakies.
Knockoffs. Okay.
knockoff.
Yeah, like
Like on the rims, the knockoffs?
No, like
I had
we're
those.
talking food now.
Oh,
Rest-
gotcha. My bad.
And like you have your core fast food restaurants or restaurants, but and then you have these knockoffs that are trying to, wannabes. What are some of those that you guys remember from the 80s? There are quite a few popping up here and there.
I think I brought up before on other podcasts. I worked at El Pollo Bandito instead of El Pollo Loco, but it was the same exact delicious chicken that's roasted or whatever.
Yeah,
but the same. It was the identical menu, but it was great.
Yeah. Well, you guys remember you're familiar with the pizza at Starbase One. That is a knockoff from Godfather's Pizza. So that's probably why, you ate the pizza and it felt this nostalgic feeling while you're eating it, because that was Godfather's.
Wow.
Yeah.
They stole the ingredients or the
intellectual.
Did they steal
the
recipes?
Yeah.
Seems like a dangerous thing to do from The Godfather.
Yeah. Good point, Tony.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. But yeah.
I thought we enjoyed it because it was free.
Well, that too, but
Dusty, you're not supposed to tell.
Dusty, come on. Sometimes you just don't fact check, okay? you just
They're not.
don't tell the truth.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah.
We had you guys remember was it Bull Taco in Bullhead City there on Highway 95?
Yeah.
I felt like that was kind of like a Taco Bell knockoff.
Yeah, I think it was.
They had the red burrito there, and they had a combination burrito, and they had the crinkle cut fries, I think, too.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. I many a late nights I had gone by there and regretted it hours later, but at the time, definitely just packed a few of them bad boys in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a go-to late nighter.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This isn't the 80s, but there's Filiberto's, there's Roberto's, and there's a bunch of versions of that. Are those chain? Is it a chain, or I don't understand? Or are they just okay ripping off the name?
I think it's a free for all. I think in that genre, I think it's a free for all. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, every man for himself.
Put O on the end of anything.
I think the Roberto's we used to go to in Vegas was affiliated with, or the original one is in San Diego down at Pacific Beach.
Oh, no kidding.
Dusty fact check. Look at that.
There we go.
I've been to both.
Have you?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I love it, Dusty.
That's so cool. Yeah. Trying to think of any other ones. When I was growing up, we had a Pizza Haven, and it was like Pizza Hut, but Pizza Haven. But I remember it was it was a little coyote little character, but it was the same, inside the restaurant, the same tables and the arcade games, the same exact deal. But it was Pizza Haven. Man, that was good.
I wish I could remember in Buena Park, there was a Wiener Schnitzel knockoff, and it was I can't even. It was so similar that I can't even remember the name. It was I don't even.
These wieners?
No, it was literally Wiener Schnitz
translation.
Wiener Schnitz Owl or something. It's just but the logos were the same. Everything. I'm this can't be somebody's going to get shut down quick. So I ordered the food, and when it came in, it came in a brown bag. So you got your chili dog and everything. It tasted totally different. It was like the guy went to the store and bought a thing of Oscar Mayers and just boiled them and threw them in.
Oh, dang.
So I was, I was oh, well, I don't really mind as long as it tastes the same, but it was not even close. It was, but I wonder, the next time I'm down in that area, I'll have to check it out. It was in Buena Park. I'm just I thought in fact, it was so similar. I thought it was a Wiener Schnitzel. And I get there and there's a Sikh guy that's running the place. He's Indian. And I'm there's him and one other person in the back.
Did it have the same architecture of the really high little?
It was the same. It was he bought that restaurant and decided he wasn't changing anything except for instead of Wiener Schnitzel, it said Wiener Schnitz Owl or Wiener Schnitz Owls or something like that. It's crazy. I'll take a picture next time I go. Down. Yeah, next time I go by there, I'll take a picture for you guys and send it to you. I couldn't believe the guy could get away with that.
Isn't
Total
that
nut.
funny? Interesting though. Like you talk about, like we're talking about architecture, like the old Taco Bells. Like you can spot them a mile away, and they're never Taco Bell anymore. Like
No.
they're
It's
they
usually a
sold those
Chinese
off.
restaurant.
Yeah, that's right.
Szechuan buffet.
It used to be classic. The brick buildings with the dome windows and the
Arches with
arches. Yeah, exactly.
Did you guys ever see like an original hamburger stand? They were just like black and white, like the generic beer and all that, but they were a hamburger stand. Like
Oh wow.
hamburger was 25 cents, a cheeseburger was 35 cents, and if you doubled it, it would double the price. They had like
interesting.
2 sodas, and that was it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's probably like
Wow.
White Castle. I think White Castle kind of similar.
We have a thing out here in SoCal called Tommy's Burger. I don't know if you guys do.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
they? So Tommy's is like the original. It's kind of like it was a drive. The original one is still standing. It's just like you just drive up and it's just a small little hut, and it's it's a chili burger. You can either get a chili burger or a chili with cheese, and delicious though. I
Oh
love
man,
Tommy's.
they're really good.
So good, but
Yeah.
not a lot of choices. But
We went there
definitely
a lot
good.
of late nights when I lived in LA.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh wait,
Tommy's
Jimmy's in
Burger.
L.A.
I worked at that bank in Century City.
Oh yeah,
I lived there for like 2 years.
that's right.
Did you?
It was after you left Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he came
Yeah,
back to
that's-
Phoenix.
But then you came back, yeah,
Yeah.
with the Monte Carlo,
Yep.
busted back window.
yeah, baby.
Yeah. Convertible is what I
Yeah,
like to
convertible, with the phone on the dashboard, the dial-up phone on the dashboard. Oh, shoot.
Little target top.
Yeah,
say. There you
yeah.
go.
Oh man, good stuff. Well, Richie, it's about that time.
Of course it is. It's time.
It's always that time.
Coming in hot.
I like it.
Yeah, it's time to get to know the 80s Flophouse crew. This week I asked the boys, what was the last meal you ordered at a restaurant that had to be sent back to the kitchen? So we're going to try to guess which meal belongs to which flopper, and let's get it going. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it, Richie.
Let's do it.
All right. First answer. It was steak, and it was returned to the kitchen. Or filet mignon.
Well, it's
was
got to be
returned to the
Tony.
kitchen.
Tony.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever bought.
Filet
Or
mignon.
Rich. Could be a
I think
Rich
it's
thing.
I think it's Tony.
I'm going with
gonna
Rich.
go, I'm going to go with Rich.
I'm going to go with Tony. Right, Tony?
Yes, it was me. But here's the deal. This was a hard one for me, Rich, because you notice I usually send back my replies fairly rapidly.
Yeah.
This one was tough for me because I typically do not send food back, and I didn't want to just say I don't. I never do. But I really had to reach back in the memory banks because I don't. Even if I want to send food back, I don't. Having friends that had worked in the restaurant industry and how it's frowned upon for food to be returned. I'm just always afraid that somebody's going to get aggravated with me, and I'm going to get a little bit more than I bargained for in my meal when it comes back to me. So, but the one particular, the one particular time I can remember, I think I ordered a steak medium, and it was like my dad likes it, like raw, like knock its horns off, wipe its ass, and put it on my plate. It's like, Dad, that thing's still crawling, man. It's like, come on, like that's what's that dish called, Dusty? It's just raw meat,
Tartar.
tartar. Yeah, I'm like, dude, that's tartar. That's not even. I mean, at least sear it, Dad. Come on, it's still ice cold in the middle. Jeez.
Dusty didn't get the fact check up there. He just got a fact check.
That's
He was
not
asked.
a fact check. He asked.
He invited. Okay, all right, but you knew the fact,
Well, yeah.
of course.
I phoned a friend.
You phoned a friend.
Were we keeping tally of those? See how many we get per episode? See what
Yeah,
the record
I think we're on a
episode is?
record night. I think it's a record night.
Well,
We're
I'm
on
just
pace.
gonna shut
for
up.
sure. 100%.
No, Dusty, you keep on going.
Next up, focaccia sandwich. Somebody returned a focaccia sandwich.
Hmm.
Isn't that
Because of
the
the
bread?
name, I would
There's
be doing
actually
that.
I thought focaccia was just the bread.
Mhm.
It's an appetizer, right? Like a breakfast appetizer.
Okay.
I'd be like, "What'd you call me?"
It's kind of fancy, you know. I would say Dusty, but I don't think Dusty would make the mistake. I think of
I'm gonna
calling
say
it a
Richie.
focaccia sandwich. I think he would say it's focaccia bread. So I'm going to call it. I'm going to say Richie.
I'm gonna say Richie.
I'm say
Focaccia.
Rich.
Guys, quit ganging up on me.
Well, it's true though, Richie.
It is true.
We just
I
know each
ordered
other
my
so well.
focaccia sandwich with no avocado, and some person like put it in there, and it's not like you can take it out because there's like avocado slime
Remnants.
on it, and that's disgusting. So, anyways, I returned it, but to Tony's point, I'm not the person that returns stuff because this is the way it goes in my
Scary.
household.
It
So the
is.
kids order, and they like, it's hold this, cook this one way, and then my wife
Yeah.
goes and she's like, "Can I substitute this and make sure the fries are crispy and the salad with dressing on?" And by the time all that happens, I'm like,
Whatever
"Focaccia
you want.
sandwich, thank you."
Yeah. Okay, and that is why I know
I
we're going to
feel
talk
you,
about
Rich.
this. That's why I do not go to the drive-through with my family. Exactly, right there.
Yep.
It's always
Yep.
something. Always.
Right on the nose. Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Next answer. I know what happens when food gets sent back. I just don't eat it.
Jim.
That's Slimming.
Dustin.
See, that sounds like wisdom to me. That's wisdom right there. So that is either Jim or Dusty
That's you
or Ryan.
insulted.
Or Ryan.
That is wisdom. So it's clearly not Ryan.
It's wisdom.
I did that on
I'm going to go
purpose,
with Ryan. Oh, no, wait. It's not Ryan.
It's not Ryan.
Jimmy, go ahead.
Yeah.
I think the answer is pretty clear. You have experience there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I waited
Slimming.
tables for many years, and people take food back, send it back. I'd take it back to the kitchen, and the cooks would flip out. And I've seen everything done to food, and just yeah,
Mm.
I don't send food back. I just won't eat it.
Yeah.
So I was right, Jimmy?
Yeah,
You said, yeah, I
don't.
Yeah, me neither.
Never. I don't care if it's McDonald's or a high class restaurant. I won't eat it or whatever.
Okay.
feel
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, last two answers. Peppercorn flat iron steak and I never have, even if it is horrible. So those are your two
You are a
answers.
wise man, Ryan.
Yeah.
So there's no way Ryan's saying peppercorn flat iron steak. His palate is just not that sophisticated. That's Dusty. And Ryan,
He's like capers. I don't like capers.
I don't think Ryan even knows what a peppercorn is, Dusty.
No, I've seen him.
I'm kidding, Ryan. I'm joking.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
Dusty, let's
Well-
hear about that steak. I want to hear your
Yeah, I had
story.
a funny story. So we went to this Irish pub over here in Glendale. So I generally don't order a steak just because I can make it at home just as well. But it sounded good with the
Humble brag.
peppercorns and the sauce and stuff. So I'm like, I went ahead and got it. So they overcooked it because they thought it was for a steak salad. And they brought it out and they're like, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So it was kind of tough. And then the manager came by and he goes, no, we're redoing that for you. And then Don goes, yeah, I should go in there and yell at them. And he goes, you want to? So he goes, come on. So she follows him into the kitchen and he texts her pictures later from their security cameras of her in the kitchen. And she walks in there and she's like, who cooked my husband's steak? And like one of the guys is just standing there and he just points at the other guy. He did it. And the waitress comes out and she's like, oh my God, it's so funny. Your wife's in there yelling at the cooks.
Oh man,
That's awesome.
I hope
Yeah.
you didn't eat
Story.
that peppercorn.
Peppercorn pubic hair steak once you got it back. I hope you enjoyed
No,
it.
I'm glad they made a new one though, because it was really good.
Okay.
Dang. Well,
Apparently.
here's a story that shows you, I could have clearly taken this back, but I didn't, and that shows you my, what a hard stance I take on this. But and then there's more to it, but basically, Allie and I were on our honeymoon, and we chartered a boat, went fishing. We were in New Zealand on this Lake Taupo, and known for their good trout. So we caught the fish. She caught a fish. I didn't catch anything. She caught a big fish. And what they do is you bring it back to the restaurants and they cook it for you. Okay, so we went and then we heard about that. So we brought it to this restaurant and said, "Oh, we have this this trout we caught, and we were hoping." And they said you could cook it, and I said, "Oh, the chef is he's out today, but let me call him." Called him at home. The chef comes in to cook our fish.
No.
Yeah, he comes in, and so we're like, "Oh, really? You don't know? He wants to. He said he's coming in to cook your fish." Like, okay.
Gosh.
So anyway, he cooks the fish, and and then I ordered something else, and just really, obviously, we're like the focus of his. He wants us to be happy, and so they put the fish on the plate, and we're like, "Oh, this is amazing! It looks so good." And we start cutting, and there's literally worms.
Oh my god!
Alive. And oh my gosh, we had to totally fake it. Like we had to act like we're eating it, and oh, good, looking at the kitchen. Yeah, it's so good. And we were like getting nauseous. It was so bad. I mean, just live worms. Oh, gosh, I just think. So anyway, we made it through somehow. We made it look like we finished. We were putting stuff. It was bad. And then we got out, and we said, "Oh, we're gonna take it home, the rest of it, because we couldn't finish it." And then we checked it in the garbage. But obviously, that's a situation where I would never take it back. But I mean, we could have said, it's a little bit more cooked. Kill the worms.
Dude, that is cutting edge there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I just don't do it. I don't. Yeah.
No, it makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
Good job, boys. That was Get to Know Your Flophouse Crew. Ryan, I'm going to hand it back to you, buddy.
All right. So let's talk about notable dishes. Dishes that we love from the 80s from some of our favorite restaurants. And that, you still think about to this day and wish they could come back. Jimmy's over there in the kitchen. He's like in the. He's going to play some pinball back there, I think.
I seen him. He was getting something to drink. It looks like.
He's playing pinball. Awesome. Anyway, yeah. So what do you guys got? What's some favorite dishes?
Gosh, I don't know. I think what I remember most from the 80s was Farrell's ice cream parlor.
Oh.
They had a giant sundae called the Tin Roof Sundae. And to be honest, I really don't even remember what was on it. I think it was like hot fudge and just everything. No bananas, none of that garbage. But it was like a legit sundae. And that was like what I look forward to every birthday.
Yeah, that's a good call, Richie. We had a Farrell's, a few Farrell's. The one I remember was on Beach Boulevard in Huntington Beach, and I got to go there one year for my birthday, and they had this thing you could order called the Zoo, where they would put the ice cream. There would be 4 guys, and they would jump over the booths, and they'd have a siren on, and there's piles and mounds of ice cream, and they deliver it to your table. And I remember being a kid, just being so like, this is the best day ever,
Dang.
But yeah,
I
remember that Sunday too. That thing was huge, Rich. Huge.
Yeah.
That was Farrell's, Tony?
Farrell's, yeah.
Yeah, I remember going to there.
I wonder if we were ever there at the same time, Tony, because my grandparents used to take me to the same one.
The one on Beach, yeah, that was popular. Yeah. That was a cool one. Yeah. They've opened up a few since, but they like huge for a few weeks. Like they just opened up one in Buena Park across the street from Knott's Berry Farm, which I thought that one was going to go. And again, it just blew up in the beginning, and then it kind of fizzled down. And they're kind of big restaurants with a lot of employees and stuff. So it's probably, they thought it would stay busier for a lot longer. But
Yeah.
yeah.
The one I went to was in Seattle, and actually, my wife had Farrell's in New York when she was growing up. So I guess
That's
they've
cool.
been national for a while.
I did not know that. I thought. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was just California.
That's what I thought too. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool to know.
Dang.
One of my favorite sandwiches from back in the 80s was Bennigan's. They had the Monte Cristo. Did you ever have that?
Yeah,
It
I
was
have.
like
actually.
a ham and
Yeah.
turkey and cheese.
Yeah.
And they dip it in batter and deep fry it and serve it with
Yeah.
raspberry jam. Yeah.
Uh.
That sandwich was delicious.
Bennigan's was kind of cool back in
Yeah.
the day. It was like you felt it was kind of like a hipster type, oh, I'm going to Bennigan's, man.
Every
I'm trying
time
to
I think of Bennigan's, I think of Jimmy, like because I just knew, like once I knew he worked in Bennigan's, I was like, that's a perfect job for Jimmy.
I love that place.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
What
cool.
can
How
you
much-
sing the
how much
birthday? Didn't they
flair-
sing "Happy Birthday" to you? Like,
Yeah.
can you sing that?
Happy,
Jimmy?
happy birthday on this your special day. Happy, happy birthday. We're here. That's why we're here to say.
Yeah.
I forget. It's been years and years. But
Good try,
Nice,
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Way to pull
you
it
know,
out.
most people when they'd say we need people to help sing birthday song, everybody run away. I'd be like, let's do it. Let's do it.
I can imagine.
Wasn't it Bennigan's that like Jennifer Aniston in the Office? She had to wear flair.
That was
amount of
our
flair.
competition Fridays.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fridays, TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. That's right.
yeah.
I used to like me some 7-layer dip from there. They used to make a
Oh,
mean
yeah.
7-layer dip at
Yeah.
Fridays.
Definitely.
Bennigan's had
That-
the best happy hour in town. It was 2 for $1 from 5 to 7. So if you ordered one beer, you got 2.
Nice.
Oh man, that place would be packed.
They need to bring that back, Jimmy. Dang it.
Yeah,
The
right.
twofers. Yeah. Dang,
For some reason, did they do speed dating there? Did you have a story about speed dating? Didn't they at Bennigan's? No. What? No.
Maybe, but
No. Okay.
it sounds
That's what
familiar,
Tony
but I-
used to call happy hour there.
Yeah.
For him.
yeah, exactly, Rich.
I don't know why I have a memory of
That was
speed
every-
dating Bennigan's.
That was
and
every night.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Speed dating, though, right?
Yeah,
No,
Yeah.
Sure do.
no, Tony, that's not what we're talking
Been there, done that.
about. Anywho's. What else, boys? What else?
So-
What's some other good, notable eats?
So we had this restaurant that my mom and dad would take me to on their anniversary. So if they
You
couldn't
just
find a
hobnobbing
babysitter, yeah, if they couldn't find a babysitter,
Yeah.
they would take me along on their anniversary dinner. And I remember 2 times they would go to Love's. Do you guys remember Love's? It was
Yes.
the heart and the dude. So I remember being a kid and I'm sitting there and my parents are trying to have an anniversary dinner and I'm just like fidgeting in the booth but they served these ribs that were like red, like just
Oh,
the
crap.
sauce was like
Oh, ribs. Oh,
yeah, the ribs. You could get these
Ooh.
baby back ribs or pork ribs. And I remember I had it all over my hands and my face and everything as a kid. And just that was my Love's memory. But the ribs were delicious. I even went back later and I was like, I don't know what kind of probably some sort of like syrup or something they put on them, but it was just delicious. And there and Chris and Pitts. There was a place called Chris and Pitts. They still have the barbecue sauce they sell in the store. I don't know if they sell it in Arizona, but they still sell it here in California, the Chris and Pitts barbecue sauce. But it was just a great, steak and potatoes place. The wedges were those big old thick wedges.
Ooh, talk to me, Tony.
Yeah, it was good. Old fashioned, old
That's-
school. You get the bread at the table. It's just full of carbs.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
yeah, it was great. Chris and Pitts.
Jeez. Sorry, just checking my Uber Eats menu. I just want to see what.
Ryan's getting hungry, huh?
Everybody's hungry. Well, just really quickly, when I was growing up, we went to the fancy dinner. It was Black Angus,
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
you stayed there the other night, Rich.
and I remember that my dad would get so pissed because like he'd order a steak, and at the time I was so finicky as a kid. Like I think all I ate was potatoes, like like baked potato. I was like any kind of potatoes I would eat, and I would like have a baked potato, and like I could see the disappointment in my dad's eyes. I could, you want a steak, son? He's no.
Can I get a baked potato with a side of French fries?
Some potato salad with that. That was sort of it.
Oh man,
That's awesome.
that's cool. Well, I just think about restaurants, and when you start to have kids and your family, and you take them out, and I know why we didn't go out to eat a lot because it's so darn stressful sometimes, especially drive-throughs. Like, I know we touched on this, but do you guys get stressed out? Like, I avoid the drive-through if it's just me. I know what I want like 10 minutes before I get there. Well, probably 3 hours before I get there. I know what I want. But I always tell my kids, okay, know what you want before you get to the drive-through. And then they get to the drive-through, they act like they've never seen the menu before. It's like Taco Bell. You guys know the menu inside and out. Why do you just decide now?
Or Ryan, how
Anyway.
about when everybody has their order decided, but the younger one likes better what the older one's ordering, so they want to change their order to his order?
Yeah.
And you already ordered?
And they're all yelling in the background, then yelling up, and the lady's like, "What? What? No, never mind." Just they're all, oh my gosh, chaotic.
And you get home and your wife goes, "Why didn't you check the order?"
Yeah.
Did you not check the order? What's wrong with you?
No, I just
You're
wanted
supposed to
get out
check
of
the
there.
order.
I never check the order.
You're like, I've got 5 kids screaming in my back.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm the same. I'm like, all right, kids, know what you want. We get to the window and we'll order. Just know what you want. And
Yeah.
I'll give my order first because that's easy. Bam. I place it wherever we're at. And then all of a sudden from the back seat, I hear, "Dad, give me a double cheeseburger. And I don't want some onion rings too." I'm like, what? And the lady's like, what? And then I get pissed and I just roll the back window down. You want something? Speak up.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so patient.
Yeah.
I remember one time I regretted it, Rich. I think I might have whispered under my breath, "Oh my God, it's so much easier." And they're like, "What?" It's like, nothing.
Nothing.
I was just thinking about being on a business trip and how nice it is when I fly into the airport and it's just me and I order my burger and a drink and it's so easy.
See, my
What
kids are so scared of me when I do that thing, like, know what you want. I'm not playing around. You don't order, you don't eat. It would almost have the opposite effect on my oldest son. He'd go, it was like breakfast at McDonald's. He's like, "Yeah, I'll have the sausage with the thing, the cheese, and the muffin thing." And like, okay, a sausage, egg, and cheese muffin. What else? The drink, but then not a Coke. It's white. I'm like, spit it out, dude.
You're making him nervous, Jimmy.
Jimmy. Oh my gosh. We had a friend of ours, he's from Spain. And he was ordering at McDonald's, and it's when they had the big and tasty. And he's like, "Oh, can I have the big and nasty, please?" He ordered a big and nasty.
Shoot, I just had one of those.
He couldn't keep a straight face. Like, big and nasty. Anyway, but another thing that stresses me out. Well, first, this is a little known fact about me. I don't like to watch people make my food. And maybe I've said this on a podcast before. It's like magic to me. If I see it, then it just spoils it. And I don't even, it's like, I don't want to see how they do it. It's just magic. I just want it to be there. And it's all. So Subway, I cannot stand Subway. I like to eat it, but I don't like to make all those decisions. Can you just make them for me and build me a sandwich? I don't want to pick every single thing I want on my sandwich. And that's just, I can't. It's so stressful. And one time I have a bad experience. We were at, I think it was like, might have been a Walmart or something. They had a Subway in there. And I was just in a hurry. And my wife tells me to order 5 Subway sandwiches.
Dude.
And told me all this stuff. And I was just like, are you kidding me? So I go up there and the guy is overworked. You could tell, just him. I said, yeah, I'm going to order 5. 5? Yeah, 5 sandwiches. And he's like, well, what do you want? And you can tell he's mad. And he's like, cutting thing, and he cuts his hand.
Oh no.
He like gets all. He was all frantic. He cuts his hand. He starts bleeding. He goes in behind the thing, and he never came out again. And I was just like, "See, that's why I just left. I was just like, I'm out of here." Like, anyway, the subway is just stressful. So, do you guys feel that way, or is it just me?
Oh, so with Subway, 100%. Like,
Yeah.
then they'll look at you and go, "Did you want this one toasted also?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah. Is that like a big deal? Yeah, I want it toasted." And then they're like, "Did you want anything on it?" I'm like, "Well, a little bit of mayo." And they grab the thing and it's like all the way across. I'm like, "Dude, just start with a little bit. And then, if I need more, I ask for more." But they just soak it. Yeah, that place is
Yeah, they just need blinders. Just put blinders so I can't see what they're doing behind the magic glass. I just I don't want to know.
Ryan, you just go to Jersey Mike's and you just say, "I'll take a number 7 Mike's way."
There.
Yes.
That's what I like.
Done. 7 Mike's way.
I know what's on it. Just tell. Yeah.
So
Don't
instead,
make me
like
choose.
when everybody's here at our house, we'll do like the Jimmy John's. We have the app.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
Everybody can punch in what they want.
yeah.
I don't have to call, and people are changing their minds.
Oh,
Just-
there you
and
go.
then go there and pick it up. It's the best.
That's
Oh my God, I'm hungry. What's the number 5 there? Isn't that the Italian one?
I get the 7, but the
The-
5's
that-
good
the-
too.
The Italian
5 is
nightclub is, I think, 17
Oh,
with peppers.
so good.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that is a good.
You know,
You know what? I
Sandwich.
think we must be much nicer dads than, I don't know if your guys. My dad, there was no choice. Like, if he was
Yeah.
ordering food for the family, he'd come home and he'd go, "Here you go," and he'd be like, "Oh, Dad, I wanted the." No expression on his face.
just
No,
that's
like,
how it is.
like me. Like, if I get something and I see my kids don't really like it, I feel a little bit bad. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, darn it, I wish I could have got them what they wanted.
Yeah.
I made a mistake. Sorry, guys. My dad would have never said that to me. My dad was like, "This is what we're having." It's like, damn it. And I hear my mom once in a while go, "Well, maybe next time get some cheese on it." You guys can go get it next time if you want. Damn, Dad. Jeez.
My dad was the same way. Go to Burger King. All right, how many 39-cent cheeseburgers do you want?
Yeah, it was
There you
one thing. It was
That's
one
simple.
thing. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you this story? One time I was ditching school, and my dad busted me. He goes, "Oh, you don't want to go to school? You're going to go to work with me." So I am deathly afraid of heights. And he loaded up this wood thing with bricks, and he said, "Take them to the 2nd floor." I'm like, "The stairs?" And he's like, "No, go up the ladder." I had to do that. And then, like, he worked me like a dog. And at lunchtime, he's like, "I'm going to go get lunch. I'll be right back. Just chill out." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, give me 2 Big Macs, a large fry, a large Coke. Give me an apple pie." He's like, "Yeah, okay, I got it." He comes back. He's got a loaf of bread, a package of bologna, and a
Yeah.
6-pack of Budweiser. And that is what we had for lunch. I had a beer also, which,
Wow.
and then at the end of the day on the drive home, he's like, "So if you don't go to school, this is going to be your life." So
Oh, dang. Oh,
Wow.
teaching moment.
Pops keeping it real.
Hey,
Wow.
There you go.
I
There you
love
go.
it.
I thought you're describing my wife at Disneyland. It's like bring a loaf of bread and lunch meat and like, oh, what? Can we eat out? It's so harsh.
Can I have a
Dude,
Mickey
that was
bar?
my
No.
that was my parents. I was joking about that one time. We remember us going to Disneyland, and my mom got one of the Wonder Bread sacks and made like sandwiches out
Yeah,
of them
that's what my wife.
and wheeled it up. And I'm like, we're in the park, and I'm all excited, little kids. We're running around, me, my brother, and my cousins, and they're like, "Okay." No, I don't even think my brother was alive then. They were like, "Okay, come on, we're going out to eat." And I'm like, "Going out? What do you mean?" We go out and we're sitting in the parking lot, like on the tailgate. They break
Yep.
out the bread, and
Yep.
it's like bologna with cheese.
Yeah.
And open the ice chest, and I'm like, it isn't just like individual sodas either. Like
Yeah.
they have the big 2-liter. Like everybody has
Oh,
to like.
man.
It's like,
So okay.
come on,
all day you've been
guys.
seeing kids eat hot dogs and
Yeah.
hamburgers and
All
cotton
day.
candy and everything. You're like,
See,
"Oh, this is gonna be great."
see, Tony, you're like a kid though, but I'm like 40 and I have to act like a parent. Like I have to be excited, guys. This is what we're eating. But I'm just like one of them. Like, oh, for real? It's like,
I probably would have. Probably would have instilled a little bit more character in my kids, but I felt so. I was the dad that, hey, let's stop here and get the Dole Whip, and let's.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'd go to
exactly.
Disneyland and spend like
Uh,
irresponsible amount of money is what I would do
Yeah.
when we would go there, just because I wanted the experience to be so fun.
I know that's exactly how I am, but yeah, my wife is the opposite. Like she's like on shoestring budget. We're gonna do it right and not. It's overpriced. We're not gonna
Good for
spend
her.
all that money on food.
I respect that.
But then I just
respect
kind of
that.
like sometimes I'll grab one of my kids and like, dude, let's go on a ride, and then we'll go over to the burger place.
You got a little ketchup or mustard.
Don't, you got to hide all the evidence now.
So when
Just
the
between you and me, I know that's not instilling a lot of, not good parenting. So don't take notes.
Yeah,
So
don't do
when
that.
Sue and Cameron would go out of town, it would be me and the boys for a couple days. So we did this thing, an annual like eating competition.
Nice.
So one time we went to McDonald's and got like 30, 35 cheeseburgers. Just came home, sat there and watched TV and counted our wrappers after we were done.
That's
That's
awesome.
Then the next year was Taco Bell tacos and
Dang. Oh, that's good time. See your memories right there.
yeah.
That's all I'm
You guys
saying.
have CC's pizzas?
CC's, yeah.
Yeah.
We did an eating competition there one time.
Nice.
Dang.
That one broke it. That was one where they're both thrown up at the end of the night, so we didn't do eating competition anymore.
Do you guys ever see that on the Hot Wings where the guy has celebrities on and
Yeah.
they eat like?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I used to do that with my kids when they were in high school. I would be like, okay, we're having our annual, and I would go to Buffalo Wild Wings is a place where by our house, and I would order, the starting with basically barbecue, and then going up to their super atomic, like the hottest ones they had, and
Mm.
each of us would have to. There was like we would measure out the bites we had to have, and I just remember the night ended with all of us over the kitchen sink, like, ugh. It was
Oh,
because none of us would budge. We
Yeah.
were like, no, I mean,
Yeah.
we would try to outdo each other and eat more, and just sweating and stomachs burning. And
The
stuff.
Oh,
But
next
nobody
day
would
is the
budge.
worst. The next day is the worst, my
Oh,
friend. Oh,
wow.
oh.
Well, Richie, is it mailbag time?
I think so.
All right. I'm excited.
Me too.
It's time for the mailbag. Actually, literally, I did write out lyrics for that, but I can't do it live, dude.
Oh, come on.
I can't. No, I can't. It's so bad. I'm gonna record it. That way, I can just hit it.
Okay.
It'll
That
be
sounds good.
a little
just put it
rap.
right in. Splice
Yeah,
it
yeah.
in, baby.
It'll be beautiful. All right. Well, let's jump into it. First up, item in the mailbag from Random Thoughts at Yahoo writes, I heard Jimmy once followed a group of migrating geese across Colorado, thinking they were leading him someplace interesting.
And they did. I mean,
Nebraska.
Did they?
Oh, my goodness.
Wyoming.
Woo!
It's really windy there.
Nice.
Nice. I love it.
Oh,
Very good. Swolemeister at Gmail writes, Tony looks like he uses Preparation H as a lip balm.
Helps keep the swelling down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not a bad flavor either. It comes in like different scents. You don't have to just
Oh,
get the
I think it
regular.
did.
Really?
Wow.
Because
That's
you want
odd.
to make sure that certain areas smell nice, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right, next up.
Okay.
At Eric Gordon's on IG writes, I heard Dusty officially changed his name once to Dusty Hops for his dunking prowess. His Nerpoop approves this message.
True.
Dusty.
Dusty Hobbs.
Dusty Hops.
That's what I'm gonna start calling you, Dust.
Yeah. Dusty had a good vert. He had a good vert. back
I
in the
did
day.
have a
I
good vert.
did.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore, but
Yeah. I bet you do, Dust. When we're together,
Well-
we'll measure your vert.
better
Enough
than the
to be
rest of
elementary
you.
kids.
Just slip a credit card under it now.
I wonder if I could swipe the net. Just swipe it.
You could swipe it, Rich?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh.
All right. Next up, Deadly Weapons at Gmail writes, y'all might not know this, but when Tony was a struggling student, he posed for Easy Rider for extra cash. Sadly, he was fired for inadvertently poking holes in the motorcycle seats with his anatomy.
Yes. Yes.
His finger?
Wow,
The kickstand.
that's
The
interesting.
kickstand. Yeah.
We all got to do what we got to do for extra cash there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nice. Next up, Marginal Media Mogul at Snap writes, Ryan launched another social media channel this week. It's called I'm Filming on My iPhone and No One Cares.
Wow.
Current subscribers, 1.7 million.
Wow. Yeah.
Congrats, Ryan.
Well, you know,
That's a lot of
blind
lot of-
squirrel gets a nut every now and then, right?
Hey,
That's a great name, too.
I care, Ryan. I care.
Yeah, I know you do, Tony. My most faithful follower.
I try to like and react to all of your posts, Ryan. And 99% of them are really entertaining.
Are golden.
Good to know.
I'll say 99.8.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
That's almost 100%.
Yeah, that one. I
About
understand.
20%.
I don't like the ones when you're outside and traveling, but other than those, the rest are really good.
Now, if you guys could just like our own posts for our that would be great.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm so
Yeah.
bad.
Come on.
All right, next up, Secret Panda Suit at Yahoo writes, Dustin argues with convenience store clerks because they don't have discounts for AARP members.
I don't know when you said panda suit, that was going to come to me.
I don't know. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
But why did you think that, Dusty?
It keeps getting thrown out there for some
I
reason.
think Dusty, you have some footy pajamas at home, don't you?
Footy?
Little
No.
panda footy pajamas. Little
No.
pandas. That'd be cute.
I do have some Napoleon Dynamite lounge pants, though.
Really?
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that.
I like that. Next up, at Idiot Croissant on IG writes, Love the show, boys. I heard that Richie thinks the Police Academy franchise are some of the best movies ever made.
He's like, Academy.
I like that dude who makes the noises with his mouth.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
talented.
What's his name?
One of your favorites, huh?
Yeah, I love that dude. Next up, Star Hugger 1000 at Yahoo writes, Ryan sends fan mail to Dog the Bounty Hunter. Unfortunately for him, the dog responds.
You know, it's interesting. I have an association with Dog for real,
Really?
so somebody must have some insight. And his buddy on the dog, I forgot his name. He actually came over our house because he's friends with Allie's family. So and they filmed all that in Hawaii, and yeah, he came over and showed a few episodes of the dog, and we chatted it up. I forgot his name. Anyway, he's Dog's cousin or nephew or something. I can't remember. So yeah, you know,
Nice
got
dog.
some insight there.
Right
There
on,
you
dog.
go. Yeah.
Interesting.
He said,
Okay.
interesting.
Is that a brush with celebrity?
Yeah, that was
or
total
is it-
flex. That flex
Oh,
was like,
That
That's
was
I
not
have
a
an
that's not
association
a
with the
flex,
dog.
man. That's not a flex.
That's a flex, Jimmy. Come on.
I like his haircut.
Oh yeah, he's got the best. Love it.
Yep. All right, next up. Usual Suspects at Gmail writes, Love the Halloweeny episode a few weeks back. I heard the real reason Richie didn't hand out Halloween candy is because he keeps it in his supply in Tony's white creeper van. So
Yeah,
that's where all my candy is.
When you guys get together, you cruise a couple up
We
elements.
cruise through the neighborhoods,
There you go.
No,
passing out
Oh.
candy.
no,
Yeah. It's
no,
No,
no, no, no,
no,
no, no, no.
we don't do that.
All right, a couple more. Ediboloni on Snap. writes, if you look up facial hair ideas on Pinterest, Jimmy's face would be on the Sexy Stoners page.
Damn.
Take
Okay.
it.
Stepping up in the world,
Wow.
Jimmy.
Like that.
Nice.
High Times Playboy. That's what I'm going to start calling you.
Nice. I like
All
it.
right. Last one up, kind of in, well, this is an interesting one. Scottsdale Flopper's wife at Gmail writes, so Richie is a doomsday prepper. Can someone please break it to him that hoarding Mountain Dew, Cheetos, and Kit Kat bars won't get us through, him through the next power grid outage? Okay.
You know,
Not
it
sure who
might.
that is.
It might. Don't give up on that yet.
I won't. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you. Thank you to all the listeners out there. Appreciate it. Keep sending us emails at hello@the80sflophouspodcast.com. Appreciate you listening in and subscribe and download. We will see you on the flop side.
All right. See you guys.
The 80s Flophouse.